Hey there, movie enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. Today, get ready to unravel the suspenseful and thought-provoking world of Hard Candy. The movie begins with an online flirtatious chat between Lensman 319 and Thongvural 14. They plan to meet at a coffee shop at 11 a.m. At the coffee shop, Thongvural 14, whose real name is Hayley, is sitting and waiting for Lensman 319. She is enjoying a chocolate cake while waiting. Seconds later, Lensman 319, whose real name is Geoff Culver, arrives and walks up to her. To her surprise, he looked older than she thought him to be. Upon asking to try the chocolate cake, he wipes the residue of the cake from her lips and tastes it. Hayley is just 14 years old, so even if Geoff was a bit old, she starts liking him. Geoff starts using his charm and humor to make a good bond with her. They both then sat down after ordering 2 chocolate cakes and had a conversation. Geoff is a photographer, and he has been working with various young models. They chatted about some books that Hayley read. Jack inquired about the thick blue book that Hayley was carrying in her bag. She covers it up discreetly and says it's just a medical textbook. Just then, a missing poster is shown with a girl named Donna Maurer. While checking out, Geoff buys a t-shirt for her, which later she tries on to show how she looks. She opens the door to tease Geoff by showing herself without the t-shirt. After she tries on her t-shirt, he mentions that they can't be together before she turns 18. He says he won't touch her in that sense, as she is too young for that. She was very attracted towards him, and due to her naive nature, she requests him to visit his place, to which he agrees. They both left the cafe. When Hayley saw Geoff's car, she complimented him for owning such a nice car. They both sat in the car and left. Upon reaching the house, Geoff gives her a drink, but Hayley says she will mix her drink herself. She offered Geoff 1 glass. Geoff took it. While making her drink, she notices young girl pictures on the walls. She asks Geoff how many of these girls he has been intimate with. He replies with no, saying that he has professional boundaries and will never indulge in such things with his clients. Hayley, to see the pictures in a better way, removed them from the wall and had a look. This made Geoff uncomfortable and agitated. She saw the name Janelle written on the back of the photo frame with the date 3/19 written on it. She inquires, but Geoff asks her to put back the photo. Hayley asks him to take her pictures. She starts dancing and bouncing on the couch after asking him to take pictures of her. Despite feeling weak and dizzy, he continues to try to capture images. He eventually passes out. He discovers himself strapped into a wheelchair when he awakens. To avoid his neighbors hearing him cry, she poisoned him and picked this day to meet him. She inquires why he has half-naked images of young girls all over his walls, and he accuses her of stalking him. She puts bleach into his mouth to stop him from yelling for help. Hayley states that she spent some time looking into Geoff by setting up numerous accounts on different chat forums. He only seemed interested in talking to people around her age. She also thinks it odd that someone his age would be so knowledgeable about obscure bands that teens enjoy. Hayley reveals that she recognized him copying and pasting band descriptions and comments from Google in order to continue chatting to girls his age. Geoff says he only did it because he liked her, and people do stupid things when they like someone, but he never had any ill intention towards her. She accuses him of being a pedophile, but Geoff denies it. She even says that a normal adult will not offer an underage girl a drink. Instead, it would stop her from doing that. She drags him into his room and forces him to watch as she looks through his belongings. Hayley is driven to uncover some damning evidence. After some time, she comes upon some letters that Janelle, Geoff's ex, had written. According to the letters, Janelle stopped the relationship because Geoff was not who she had believed him to be. Hayley then inspects Geoff's PC and notices that the download manager indicates he downloaded several images. She is suspicious because she can't find any of those images on his computer. She was also curious that she couldn't find porn there because she believes men always have some kind of porn with them. She then ran to find more clues, and that's when she stumbled upon a gun under his bed hidden in a box. She picked it up to see and threw it on the bed. She goes on with her search. She sees a coffee table filled with stone, and she uncovers it to find a safe box there. She demands the code from Geoff, but he refuses to cooperate with her. Geoff tells her that she is only doing that because of her parents' issues. He doubtfully asks if he looks like her dad, so to get her anger out, she is doing this to him. Hayley gets swayed by his speech, but later she reveals she was just acting. She makes fun of Geoff for believing him to think that any of his words will have any effect on her. She kept on trying safes code herself. She uses a picture of Janelle, who Geoff is still in love with, to figure out the safe code, which is 3/19. Inside the safe is a CD and some inappropriate pictures of underage girls, though there is one regular photo of a girl called Donna Maurer, whom Hayley recognizes as the missing girl from their town. Just then, Geoff kicks Hayley till she falls. He then drags his chair into his room and notices the gun that Hayley put on his bed. But when he returned outside, the place seemed empty. Suddenly, Hayley jumped on him from behind, covering his face with a wrap and suffocating him. He passes out, and she removes the wrap from his face. When comes back to his consciousness, he finds himself tied to a table. Hayley starts accusing him of being responsible for Donna's death, but Geoff shouted that he didn't do anything. He just met her for coffee once. Hayley gets annoyed and takes a shaver and says that she will castrate him. She also sets up a camera so that he can watch it. Geoff started screaming for help and begging her to stop. He offers her money, but she won't budge. She started performing the surgery, but he wasn't numb enough, so she went to the roof. One of the neighbors sees her. On the other hand, Geoff was trying his hardest to free himself, but unfortunately he failed. Hayley returns to start the surgery. Geoff pleads with her to let him go. He told her a story from when he was very young. One of her cousins used to tease him after taking a shower. It became her daily routine, but one day her aunt caught it. She got angry, dragged Geoff away, and made him sit on a burner. Hayley just ignores all of it while preparing for the surgery. Eventually, Geoff lost his energy and went silent. She starts performing the surgery on him. After being done with the surgery, she, with a maniac smile, thinks what to do. She threw them in the garbage and gave him the water. Geoff asks why she is even giving him water after doing such a harsh act towards him. She says that it is necessary for him to stay hydrated. She informs him that she will now go and take a shower. He struggles to free himself and finally succeeds. But to his surprise, he is fine. She didn't perform any surgery on him. She just faked it to make Geoff reveal if he is hiding anything. This brings him a slight relief. He decides to call 911, but then his eyes land on a surgical knife. He took the surgical knife and decided to attack her. He went to the bathroom discreetly but noticed that no one was there. Suddenly, Hayley attacks him from behind. She pushed him into the bathtub and tased him until he lost consciousness. She then starts erasing any evidence that she might have left behind before leaving. She started cleaning her fingerprints. Geoff starts crawling on the floor with all the strength he had left in him, holding a scalpel. Hayley tases him once again. Hayley types a suicide note on behalf of Geoff on his computer as she sets up the crime scene. She also calls Janelle, his ex-girlfriend, pretending to be a police detective and requesting her to come to his house because there has been an incident. When Geoff wakes up, he discovers that Hayley has chained his wrists, lifted him to stand on a chair in his kitchen, and then secured him with a noose around his neck. But suddenly the doorbell rang. Geoff tried screaming for help, but Hayley quickly shuts his mouth with tape. When Hayley opens the door, it was one of Geoff's neighbors. Hayley introduces herself as his niece to the neighbor. The neighbor noticed her on the roof earlier while she was in her yard and inquired as to what she was doing there. When the girl claims that she was on the roof to check for leaks, she makes a mistake. The neighbor tells her that she is aware that it hasn't rained, and the girls immediately hurry inside. She went to check up on Geoff. Just then, Geoff grabs Hayley's neck by his legs and frees himself. He took the knife from the table. Hayley ran to save her life. Geoff ran towards her to catch her. She makes the same deal with him once more. On the roof, there is a noose strung up. No one will be aware of his crimes if he hangs himself. She is facing him while holding a gun. At this point, Geoff's ex-girlfriend Janelle is on her way over to his place. Hayley then gives him a choice. Either he hangs himself now, or she will strip off her clothes and go to Janelle's arms, accusing him of sexually assaulting her. On the other hand, Janelle reaches the house and starts looking for him. Finally, Geoff admits that he did not kill Donna Maurer, but rather witnessed his friend do it in front of him. If Hayley will spare him, he promises to reveal the person's identity. Hayley claims to already be familiar with the person's name, which is Aaron. She also reveals that before killing himself, Aaron also said the same thing that Geoff is saying, that he just watched her die but didn't kill her. He told her Geoff did that. At this point, Hayley doesn't believe any of them and just wants Geoff to do as asked. Geoff has no option and is very desperate. He decides to put the noose around his neck. Hayley assures her that she will get rid of all the evidence and he will die without having any criminal record. Geoff trusts her and jumps off the roof with noose around his neck. But as soon as he jumps, Hayley says maybe she won't get rid of the evidence. In the background, police sirens can be heard as Hayley stealthily flees the crime site with her stuff as no one notices her leaving. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to support us by like, comment, and subscribe.